taking on the Crestview Knights in a district championship game. Crestview comes into this game with a 21-3 record, and Jeremy Best is their coach. He's a graduate of Elida High School. Hicksville has a record of 19-5, but Tony Tier is the coach. Aces have beaten Ayersville, Delphus St. John's, and Wayne Trace to get here. They last played Crestview on February 3rd and lost 72-51, and that was without the services of Parker Thiel. So we'll get you the starting lineup for Crestview as number 3, Wade Sheets, 6'2" junior. Number 5, Javin Etzler, 6'7" junior. Number 10, Drew Klein, 5'9" junior. Klein is an excellent point guard and is really scrappy and is quick. Number 11 is Derek Stout, and he's 6'4" and a senior, and I think that he is more valuable to his team than what the 6'7" kid is by far, because he goes inside.
He's the one that's responsible for you only getting one shot on goal,
right.
And he gets the rebounds.
Yes. And number 24, Derek Dealey, he's 5'9" junior. So they're really a junior, team except for Stout. So coming with you with the Aces, the usual starting lineup: number 2, Peyton Tunis, 5'9" senior. Number 3, Michael Myers, 5'9" junior. Number 11, Jake Greer, 6'2" senior. And number 12, Parker Thiel, 6'1" junior. And number 22, Landon Turnbull, 6-foot freshman. Now the Aces are going to have their work cut out for them with the size out there. Besides the 6'7" Etzler, there's another Etzler that's further down the line. It's 6'7". He's a freshman, and he wears number 15, and you will see him out here.
His younger brother. And both these Etzler kids, Jim, we've been watching them, and if folks saw the game against Crestview that was played earlier, they move the ball, they handle the ball excellently, they shoot from three-point range very effectively, so they are dangerous no matter where they are on the floor.
Yeah.
And again, keep your eye on Drew Klein. That kid is everywhere and can do everything. He is the complete package.
Yes.
And like you said, it's going to have to be the Aces giving it their A+ game here tonight. Of course, on the plus side, the Aces have played the Knights already this season. They know they're familiar with them. They did not have Parker Thiel, who so far has gone double figures, I think, in every game they played in the sectional of the district so far in scoring. So here we go. Ben Vandenboss running the camera. I'm Bill Murphy for Hicksville Community Television. Tip controlled by the Knights, and we're underway.
They get it out to Drew Klein, and he's got it. Gives to Dealey. Dealey drives in the lane, puts it up off the glass, and that's rebounded by Javin Etzler.
He'll draw a foul.
He got a foul. Going to shoot a pair.
They're going to give that to Peyton Tunis. He picks up a quick one. Team foul number 1. Etzler, pretty good free throw shooter, hits the first one.
Yeah, this whole team is a bunch of pretty fair free throw shooters.
So we're getting to the point now where there's no slouches left. There's only 32 teams in Division IV playing basketball right now in the state of Ohio.
So, score 1-0.
Turnbull having some problems with Etzler.
Ball knocked away by Dealey, and it'll be Hicksville ball out of bounds.
Excellent crowd here tonight at the Elida Fieldhouse. It was kind of sparse here for the district semis on Tuesday, being a work night or school night in the late session game. Not a lot of people making the long trip from Hicksville.
Myers spins into the lane, brings it back out.
But here tonight,
give it to Tunis. There was an intimidation already.
stolen away as they
Greer.
missed the pass.
Greer was headed inside the lane and thought better when the 6'7" stepped over. In the corner, Dealey gives it into Stout. Klein had it. Gets it down to Sheets, and Sheets hits it off the glass.
He muscles right in and makes the shot.
3-0. Parker Thiel cut off by Stout. Myers gets bumped. Gives it out to Turnbull, and he hits the jumper from outside.
Makes it 3-2.
Klein is being guarded by Tunis. Stout has Greer on him, and he hits a two-pointer. Tunis drives into the lane, kicks it back out to Parker Thiel. Stout pushes him away, gives it to Turnbull or to Mike Myers. Myers tried to go in, got cut off. Parker Thiel with the ball. Tunis, 15-footer, good. Sheets
Quick
from
on the other
outside,
side.
no good. Rebound Greer, gives it to Tunis. In the lane, puts up a runner and hits it and gets fouled.
That's what we're going to need to have to do, Jim.
Yes, we are.
Attack the hoop.
Yeah, you attack the hoop, but they're going to foul you. Sheets picks up the foul.
Tunis looking to complete the three-point play.
Misses his free throw. Stout with a rebound.
I wonder how high Stout can jump. He seems like he goes up a good 3 feet.
Yes,
Tunis almost with the steal, and it's taken away from him.
by Sheets. And Turnbull gets the rebound.
Like you were saying, keep your eyes on number 10. He is lightning fast. And you got to be to out-quick Peyton Tunis like that.
Yes. Parker Thiel. Oh, the kid got blapped head on. Like that was two heads came together. Yep, hits the upper support. It's Hicksville ball out of bounds.
He was hoping to hit it and then run back down, and
Yeah, he wasn't in the tension to going to the basket.
yeah.
Tunis off the floor after getting his head banged.
Make sure that
Dylan Early took his place. Greer spins, kicks it back out. Thiel. Turnbull. Greer. Turnbull from three. It's no good. It goes out of bounds. Crestview ball.
Coach Tony Tier shouting out some instructions. He's saying not liking something on the offensive end that Michael Meyer was doing.
Something about rebounding, I would
Yep.
imagine. Because there was nobody over here on this side except for Klein himself.
No chance for anybody but Crestview to get that ball if it didn't go down. Number 15 out on the floor now. Our first opportunity to see the younger Etzler, Kalen.
They got number 25 out there too, Trevor Gibson. Ball inside to Klein. He misses a layup and ties up the rebound.
They're going to call it a jump ball. The Hicksville fans aren't happy with that, but possession arrow favors the Aces. As we were saying, there's a good crowd here tonight, Joe, so we'll tell people that are listening to bear with
something.
us because it may get loud.
Yeah.
It may get really loud.
Tunis cross 10-second line against Klein. Got an offensive foul. That's Tunis' second. That'll be a set down time.
We may not see Peyton for the rest of the first quarter.
Myers giving him the thumb.
You're out of here. Dylan Early back on the floor, and like I said, we may not see Peyton until the second quarter.
Yes. Got to learn not to leave your feet out there. Klein with the ball. Gives it up to Dealey.
He's going to be fouled. But he'll shoot 3. Turnbull picks that one up.
Yep.
It's 3 team fouls now on the Aces. Dealey misses the first one. He'll get 2 more.
Gets the second.
We're tied at 6.
And the third.
Crestview
7-6.
takes a 1-point lead.
Myers, Early, Turnbull, Parker, Deal. Leans inside, misses. Rebound, kicks it out to Greer. Theo getting banged by Gibson, gives the ball to Turnbull, he misses, but Greer gets the rebound. Myers pulls it out. Gives to Early, to Turnbull. Greer with the ball. Myers lays inside.
Gets a nice roll. And Jim, I got to tell you, that's some of the best rebounding we've seen so far against this Crestview team.
Yes. That's bad news. Oh, nice pass out. Klein tips it in.
Pure luck, but it goes down.
Yep. It went up on the scoreboard. It's 9-8, Crestview. Greer gets passed back from Theo. Goes up with it, and
he'll be fouled.
Tried the reverse layup and got fouled on it.
That might be on the big man. Nope, they're going to give it to Dealey. It's either going to be him or Etzler, but Dealey was the one that banged him.
Ooh, wow.
Mass substitutions. 11, 22, and 3 on the floor. Wade Sheets, Derek Stout, and Jace Vining.
Gets the second one to fall.
In fact, they're being tied at 9.
Gets the shot away, misses that rebound by the shortest guy on the floor.
Dylan Early must have gone up 4 feet in the air to get that rebound.
Goes into the lane, kicks it out to Theo. Theo, oh man.
Boom!
Greer with the three-pointer. Pass to Stout inside, off the glass. Rebound by Sheets, and it's good.
12 to 11. And Michael Myers going to get fouled.
24.
That's going to be Dealey's second. And that's team foul number 3 now on the Crestview Knights. He'll sit down. And Javin Etzler will be back into the game along with Drew Klein, as Kalen Etzler will have a breather. Theo.
Oh. Stout just deflected it a little bit.
Just enough to take the spin off of it.
Stout Land, no good. Sheets with the rebound. Stout with the ball on top. Gets it down inside to Etzler. He puts it up and off the glass.
Etzler comes back into the game and closes the gap to 1. 12-11. Get down to 10 seconds left to go in our opening quarter.
Turnbull over to Early.
Parker Field. No.
It's off the front of the rim, and that's the end of the first quarter of play, with Crestview leading 13-12.
The Aces faithful on their feet. It's a 1-point game after the first 8 minutes. Here at the Elida Fieldhouse, we want to say a big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters, making it possible for us to be here on the road and bringing you this exciting tournament basketball coverage on Hicksville Community Television. Of course, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and Jim Schmidt Ford in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. With us underwriting all of our Aces sports broadcasts throughout the entire 2017-18 school year. I want to thank them so very much. And also joining us, help bring the tournament coverage to you, the Hicksville Athletic Boosters, proudly supporting Aces athletics in every way, shape, and form throughout the entirety of the school year. I want to thank them so very much, making it possible for us to be here. And remember, you're in the market for a vehicle, brand new pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV. Check out the great selection on the lots at Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick or Jim Schmidt Ford in Hicksville, Ohio, or online at jimschmidtauto.com. Our basketball broadcast underwriters bringing you tournament coverage here from Elida. Well, a 1-point game after the first 8 minutes, Jim, so both, I think maybe that'll be a little bit unusual for Crestview. They're used to having a bit of a lead,
yes,
and it's probably right about where the Aces wanted to be.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Within one is plenty.
Yeah. Knights ball to start the second quarter.
Klein with it across the 10-second line. Out on the right wing. Tried to run a play. Got cut off. Sheets down low. Now
that's going to be an offense. It's about time.
Sheets get it.
Yep, Wade Sheets, and I think you can tell from a lot of there seem to be a lot of Aces away from the ball hitting the deck,
yes,
being pushed from behind. So the referees saw it happen that time. Team foul number 4 on the Knights.
Myers
stolen
away by Sheets or Klein.
Oh. Aces ball. Good job, Jake Greer.
Yes.
Not going after it, letting it go out of bounds. Dylan Early getting in there against Drew Klein.
Yeah,
with his hand on the ball cleanly.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything with the pass. Myers over to Greer. Greer pass down in slide.
There we go.
Myers gets a 2-pointer, 4 for Michael. Jabbing Etzler. Gives it to Stout. Stout back to Etzler. Etzler drives off the glass. Greer with the rebound. Thiel to Greer. Thiel with the ball. Brings it out on top. Give it to Michael Myers. Run 1-4 offense. Parker Thiel puts it up off the rim. No good. Rebound, Jabbin Etzler. 3-pointer by Jabbin Etzler.
And they're going to
went behind his back.
They're going to give him a long 2, 15-14. His foot was on the line, they said.
That's good. We'll give him that. A little bit long there. Klein with the ball. Driving on Myers. In the corner. Etzler shoots it up, no good. Rebound, Dylan Early.
The Aces defense comes through and keeps it a 1-point game.
Thiel with the ball. To the left side this time. Greer, he traveled.
And here comes Peyton Tunis with 5.5 minutes left in the half.
Gibson into the game for Crestview, and they are calling a timeout. 30 seconds.
Gage Yoder checked in for the Aces as well. So the Knights take the first timeout of the evening. They're up by a point, and they will have the ball when we come out of the break. Right now, Crestview has committed 4 team fouls. The Aces have committed 3 on this Friday night. Of course, this is Division IV district final game, so the winner will punch their ticket into the Sweet 16 and a trip to the regionals. And this goes into the regional being played at Bowling Green State University next week.
Get to make a road trip the other direction. We win.
Yeah. Tunis, Yoder, Thiel, Myers, and Greer on the floor for the Aces. Both Etzlers on the floor along with Klein,
Gibson, and Stout.
Yep. Stout's got himself parked right under the hoop.
Greer leaning on him really good. Pass down low to Stout.
Nothing
Shot
there.
Partially blocked, and the rebound comes off to Thiel. I'm telling you right now, not to say anything early, but the Aces are doing a heck of a job on the boards.
Yep. A lot of basketball game yet left to go, so.
Michael Myers, Thiel, Greer, or
Yoder.
Gage Yoder. Greer with the ball into the lane, leans and walks.
Klein with the ball for the Knights. Take it across midcourt.
Gavin Etzler gives it to his brother. It's Klein to Gibson. Kalen Etzler.
Aces go down by 3.
Myers with the ball. To Tunis. Looking. It was the Greer. Thiel. Ball knocked away by Klein. Thiel picks it back up and gives it to Greer.
Yeah,
they get a three-pointer from the corner by Michael Myers.
That'll tie it up. 3.5 to go till the half.
Keeping it tight. Stout with the ball down inside, layup good. 4 points for Derek Stout. Yoder to Thiel. Over to Myers. Is it to Greer? Back to Thiel. To Greer. Went and pump one up there. Myers out on top. Got big Etzler on him.
Coach Tony Tier a little bit upset, saying he was calling for a timeout for a while there and nobody was paying any attention to him. So the Aces down by 2 will take their first time out of the evening. 2:34 left here in the first half of this Division IV district final. Again, coming to you from the Elida Fieldhouse. Dave Evans again. I want to thank him. He's the AD down here and the tournament manager. And nice broadcast position for us once again. Same place we were here on Tuesday night. And it's a real pleasure to come down here.
Better than we were last year. We had to settle on the bench.
That is true. We were on the other side of the gym, and we were up in the upper deck about 2/3 of the way up. So this is much nicer.
We got seniority.
A lot of media here tonight. A lot of fans, not just from Hicksville and Crestview, but other teams in the conference. Everybody here having a great time, and you can hear the volume starting to pick up.
So it's 19-17. Aces inbound the ball. They got 2:30 remaining in the first half. Thiel drives on Stout. Stout bumps, gives it corner to Tunis, and he bangs a three.
So Etzlers are both good shots from three-point land too, so we need to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, and they're quick releases too.
Yep.
Klein into the lane, pass off, giving up. Stout ends up with it. Out to Jab and Etzler.
Go under 2 minutes now.
Pass inside, nice pass. Trevor Gibson.
That was well done. Quickly down the floor to Greer.
Tunis in the lane.
Just a little off.
Stout with it. Pushing on Greer.
That's going to be a jump ball. Good job by Parker Thiel. Aces got the possession arrow too, so that's as good as a steal. 124. Here come the Aces with a chance to take the lead.
They got the long arms out on top. 1-3-1 on the half-court press. And one of the long arms knocks the ball down, and Klein has it. Tunis tails it right back. Pass across to Greer. And Greer is fouled on the shot.
Jake Greer will go to the line to shoot two with 1:05. What a great job by Peyton Tunis. Nice pass. And that's the first foul called on Trevor Gibson, and team foul number 5. Peyton will have a seat probably for the last minute 5 of this half. Dylan Early back out on the floor, and Greer has one more free throw. Got that one. We're tied at 21. Greer seems to be shooting about 50% from the free throw line here in the tournament.
Klein into the lane, gets it out to Kalen Etzler.
Yeah, that'll be over the back on Mr. Etzler, Javin. Team foul number 6, and his first personal.
Tunis back out. He didn't disappear very long.
Well, I think Coach Tier was thinking that they might be just defending for the last shot, and they get the turnover. Now the Aces will see if they can. Greer grabs the board. "25 seconds. Aces are going to hold it for the last shot.
Score tied at 21.
15.
Tunis holding the ball.
Nope.
And it's out of bounds.
2.6 seconds. Would have been nice if he could have hit that. But
now get Tunis off the floor.
Early back out.
Yep.
They'll hurl it down the floor. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Aces ball with half a second. About time to inbounds. See who can hurl it 3/4 of the court.
Tunis must be the hurler.
Nope.
Well, that wasn't very long, half second.
So we've reached the intermission.
Right where we wanted to be. We got a new ball game.
Yep, it's tied at 21 here at halftime at the Elida Fieldhouse. And well, we're going to take a break, but we invite you to stay tuned. Jim and I will be back, and we'll have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. Welcome back here to the Elida Fieldhouse as we're about a minute away from getting the second half underway here. And again, if you're just joining us at halftime, it's all even between the Knights and the Aces, 21 all. And well, they set us up some halftime stats, Jim, and it had the Knights outscoring the Aces by 1 point in the first quarter, and then Hicksville outscored Crestview by 1 point in the second quarter. Aces right now from the field are shooting .455, and 1 out of 3 from three-point land. And the Knights are only shooting 33%, and they haven't hit a three-point field goal. Neither team registering anything on the free throw line.
Yeah, the Knights have one free throw. This is second quarter. The big boy hit one.
Yep, and actually the Aces have gotten a few too. So
yeah, Aces are 3 of 8 free throws. Free throws where they're hurting are 2 of 5.
And a couple of Aces with 7 points, both Tunis
and Myers.
And the big man from Crestview only held to 5 points in the first half. Of course, Javin Etzler.
That's the leading scorer for him.
Knights will have the ball to get things started.
There's Sheets from outside. We're getting the ball stolen by Klein. Klein will just come at you. Ball put up by Dealey and missed. Ah.
Oh, nice.
Over and back. And it's not over and back because it was tipped.
So it'll be Aces ball.
Greer was on the stick. Now Aces, Tunis, and Myers. Myers drives up off the glass.
And deflected.
Sheets deflected it. Sheets in the lane, puts up a jumper from 10. It's no good. I just see that.
Greer was up.
Yeah. Coach Javin, his hand was up above the rim. Myers, back out to Greer. Bring it back up.
Knocked out of bounds.
Knocked away from Turnbull by Sheets. Wonder how you teach that quick hands. Gee, my God. Greer in the corner with it. Trying to go baseline. Reverse layup. Oh, in and out.
He's had a couple that have just danced around the rim like that.
Stout down low. Gives to Sheets. Sheets fouled by Turnbull.
That might be Landon's second. Yep, his second personal, and that'll be team foul number 1. And Wade Sheets will be at the line. Shoot 2. He misses.
Gets the second one to fall. Crestview with a 1-point lead at 22-21. Thiel, Myers, back out to Thiel. Tunis gets the ball. Turnbull from the corner.
Got it.
What a three. Got ice in his blood. Oh, Stout made a nice move on Greer and lays it in.
We're back tied at 24.
6 points for Stout. Thiel puts up a shot blocked from behind by Stout.
Tunis clears it out of there. Boom!
Landon Turnbull with a three. 27-24. Sheets in the corner. Out. Javin out to Stout. Javin's posted up low. Ball over to Sheets. Sheets in the corner. Gives it back out to Stout. Greer on him. Sheets tries to put it up and gets it over Field.
Nice turnaround jumper.
7 points for Sheets. Turnbull, Sheets on him. Over to Tunis. Mike Myers tries to get by his man. And puts it up.
And he's going to go to the line. That'll be the third foul now on Dealey.
Derek Dealey picks up his third.
Dealey will come out, and Kalen Etzler back into the game. And Michael Meyer looking to complete the three-point play here. And he does.
(30-26), Aces lead. Klein to Kalen.
And he loses it out of bounds off of his foot.
Sheets loses it. They're going to call a timeout on the Crestview side.
Sheets was thinking about what he was going to do after he got the ball before he actually had the ball, dribbled it off his foot. With the Aces up by 4, Crestview wants to stop the clock and talk about it. That's their second timeout. They have 3 remaining. Coach Tony Tier going over things with his squad as well. The Aces faithful, largely on their feet on this side of the Elida Fieldhouse. 4:20 left to go in the third quarter. Like you said, Hicksville with a 4-point lead, but in this game, that doesn't mean much. I mean, that could evaporate in 10 seconds on the game clock. So played against an opponent of the caliber of the Knights. Aces will get the ball out of bounds. Here we go. Closing in on the halfway point of the third quarter.
Tunis out to Meyer. To Thiel. Greer gives it to Meyer. Over to Turnbull from corner 3.
Boom!
Turnbull got the hot hand now. That's 3 threes in a row. Klein drives in, ball knocked away from him.
Loose on the floor, still being bounced around.
And Javin Etzler picks it up and gives it to Stout.
Wave it off. And an offensive foul on Wade Sheets, it looks like. And that's going to be his third. So now both Sheets and Dealey with 3 personals hanging on them. More importantly, the Aces get the ball back.
Mike Myers with it. Over to Greer. In the corner to Tunis. Tunis brings it back out. Gives it to Greer. Wishes he could have shot a 3.
Pull-up jumper. Good.
This place is coming apart, man. 35-26, 9-point lead for Hicksville. Stout with the ball. We're on him. Klein back to Stout. Stout makes the hook move.
Etzler.
Gibson out to Etzler. Rebound Gibson. Goes by Thiel. Etzler shot inside, no good, and it goes off of Crestview. Etzler is upset.
It went off his upper thigh on the way down and out of bounds. And Javin Etzler will slap that one into the Aces bench. And it'll be Hicksville's ball on the side. 2:29 left in the third quarter.
Tunis with it out on top. Greer from 3, it's no good. Tunis with the rebound. Over to Greer. Oh, would have been a good pass if he'd have got it down low.
And they're going to consult. Parker Thiel says off of
Hicksville
Crestview.
ball.
And the men in the striped shirts agree with him. So Peyton Tunis is going to call the play from the baseline. He'll handle the inbounds.
Mike Myers. Out to Tunis. Tunis. Out to Myers.
That one's no good.
Wow. Parker Thiel went for a roll. Rebound comes off to Thiel.
Here come the Aces. Slowing it down just a little bit, letting a few more seconds tick off.
Thiel holds it, pulling it out.
Under 90 seconds now.
Crestview staying back. Just going to leave the clock run, I guess. Yep, they're going to 1-3-1 now. We got Kalen Etzler up on top. Long arms and all. Ball over to Thiel. He's going to be double teamed by 2 Etzlers.
Down to 1 minute. The Aces have burned
Thiel.
40 seconds off the clock here.
Jeez.
The old keep away.
Yes.
Double teamed by the Etzlers. Tunis gets it off the field. Down to 35 seconds. That's over a minute of game clock that the Aces have just let go here.
Got the double team on that side. Now we're double back on this side. 23 seconds. Down in the corner to Myers.
He's going to be fouled. Etzler picks up his second personal, and team foul number 3 on the Knights.
Aces ball on the end line. Tunis to inbound. Is it Parker Thiel? Out to Mike Myers. 7 seconds.
Tunis.
Hey! And wow, 38-26, 12-point lead for the Aces after 3.
And we said it was going to get loud. Even we are a little bit unprepared for how loud it is. One more quarter to go here in regulation. Our tournament basketball coverage brought to you by our good friends, the Hicksville Athletic Boosters, proudly supporting Aces athletics throughout the school year. We want to thank them so much for their support. And also the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and the Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt truck lot. Stop by, check out the great selection, or look over the entire dealer inventory from both dealerships online from the comfort of your living room at jimschmidtauto.com. They've been with us the entire basketball season and on the tournament trail. We want to thank them so very much. If folks, if it were not for Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and the Hicksville Athletic Boosters, we would not be able to be on the road here at the Elida Fieldhouse bringing you this terrific basketball game. So we hope that you will show your support of them as well. Our basketball tournament broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. And our good friends, the Hicksville Athletic Boosters.
Wow.
Aces ball to start the fourth quarter. Ooh.
Aces outscored them 17-5 that quarter.
And fasten your seatbelts, because here we go.
They're going to come up.
They will hold nothing back this last 8 minutes.
Yeah, they're man-to-man now.
The Knights are going to take the gloves off here. I don't have any doubt about it.
Myers, Thiel, Greer. Myers in the lane over to Thiel.
Thiel.
Short.
Oh.
Javin Etzler with the rebound down the floor. Oh, he walked. Nope. Etzler with a rebound off the glass. No good.
And he's going to draw the foul.
Yes, he did.
That'll be 3 on the big man. Team foul number 4.
Now they're coming down full court with the press.
So the Aces are going to have to keep it up here. They got 7:24 left.
Look low.
Turnbull off the iron.
Klein in the lane. And rolls it in.
And timeout, Crestview. They close it to a 10-point game. And Crestview take their third timeout. They'll have 2 remaining.
1 minute ran off in this quarter.
Yep. Again, the Aces have committed 1 team foul so far this half. The Knights have committed 4. Their big man, Javin Etzler, 3 personal fouls hanging on him. They've also got 3 personals on Wade Sheets and also 3 personals on Derek Dealey. So 3 of their leading players in a little bit of foul trouble. Peyton Tunis and Landon Turnbull have 2 personals each. Oh yeah. Got the cheerleading. Not just the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Got the fans cheerleading too.
Yeah.
6 minutes, 58 seconds left in regulation. Aces will break huddle. They'll have the ball.
Field to inbound it.
Full court pressure from the Knights. Tunis gets it to Myers, quickly to Turnbull. Break the press. I think that might be on Myers.
Yep.
That's a good foul.
That's his first.
And that breaks the momentum and lets the Aces get their defense set. Klein.
Stout gives to Klein. Klein lays it up and misses the lay-in.
Draws the foul.
Tunis is going to pick up the foul.
That's his third.
Klein at the line.
Got the first one. Got them both. Gets them back within 8.
Got to get a bucket.
Again, the Aces can afford to be patient here and
not make any crazy passes.
Tunis misses the layup.
Klein with the rebound.
And it's blocked. Parker Thiel picks it off. Thiel's going to hold up.
Klein really working on Tunis. Myers out front. Over to Turnbull.
Again, Tunis will take 30 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, you're going to give it to us. We'll take it.
Turnbull. Back to Tunis. He'll set. Oh. Parker Thiel.
Yeah, the jump ball, Thiel and
that'll go to Crestview. Well, nearly 45 seconds taken off the clock on that offensive series for the Aces.
Down 5 minutes remaining. Klein from outside, it's no good. Stout with the layup. 8 points for Stout.
That makes it a 6-point game.
The only thing is we gotta win, gotta score. What got us there? We're not.
That's partially blocked.
Sheets with the rebound. Is it the Klein? Down low to Stout. Is it over to Sheets? Sheets in the lane. Have a jump ball.
And that'll be the Aces. And timeout.
Aces timeout with 4:20 remaining, and Hicksville leading 38-32.
So the Aces have seen their 12-point lead at the break between the third and fourth quarter get cut in half. And so far, the Aces have been held scoreless here in this fourth quarter, so they need to get some points on the board here.
Yeah, they went to holding the ball too much. I think they gotta try to attack too.
Yep, there's a bunch of the Hicksville fans in front of us were yelling to attack the basket that last offensive series. So with this timeout, the Aces will have 3 remaining for the remainder of the game. Crestview can stop the clock 2 more times. Right now, the Knights again have committed 4 team fouls. The Aces have committed 3. Knights break huddle first. Here come the Hicksville Aces. They'll have the ball on the baseline.
Theo will inbound it. Into Tunis. Tunis, double team. Mikey Myers. There you go. Tunis with the ball. Myers in the corner. Ball knocked out by Klein. Theo, double team.
And kicked out of bounds, so we'll stay with Hicksville again.
Under 4 minutes to go.
And that's going to be on.
Javin just picked up his fourth.
Etzler's going to have to watch his P's and Q's here. Last 3:48.
They definitely will not take him out.
Nope. They're going to leave it all on the court here tonight, no matter what happens.
Defense is getting tougher. Mike Myers on the sideline over to Tunis. Turnbull in the lane. Over to Theo.
Meyer, bingo!
Oh!
That's what they needed to do.
Mikey Myers with a three-pointer. It's 41-32. Ball into Stout, and there's going to be a foul on Greer.
That'll be team foul number 4 on the Aces.
That's Jake Greer's first.
And that's going to be on the floor. Etzler, bingo.
He didn't even stop.
It's his bread and butter shot. And he pulls up.
Got a cramp in his leg.
He's going to have to leave the game, at least for a little bit now.
Yes, he is. He can hardly make it.
Well, that plus, they stopped the game because of him. You have to go out for at least one cycle, I think. But Jabin Etzler will have to sit down for at least a while. His brother will come out to take his place. And that's going to be a foul.
Sheets,
and that'll be number 4 on Sheets. And that's team foul number 6. So after this, the Aces go to the line. A little bit of the razzle-dazzle there.
A little bit of Globetrotter stuff, huh?
2:15 left in regulation.
Double team on the side. Theo with the ball. Off Crestview, out of bounds. Javin Etzler back in the game with 2:08 remaining. 41-35. Sheets comes up there and just roaring blast.
Tunis, misses the layup. Etzler, long bomb, and he gets it. And just like that, it's back to a 3-point game. field draws the foul, and that puts the Aces in the bonus for the rest of the game.
Stout picks up the foul. His first.
And Parker Thiel with 1.5 minutes exactly left in the game. Gets it. Makes it a 2-possession game.
Shoot. Needed that.
Yep.
Way to go. Greer pulled it away
Rips it
from
out of
Stout.
there. Tunis off of his foot and out of bounds back to the Knights.
Oh, wow. 4 points.
109.
Sheets, no good. Sheets get the rebound.
Timeout.
Crestview calls timeout as Klein hits a 3 that doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Wow.
53.9 seconds left to go. Aces up by 4. So it's a 2-possession game. The Knights will have the ball. And again, if they foul the Aces, Hicksville goes to the line. So they have to keep that in mind too. And this is the 4th timeout that the Knights have called, so they could only stop the clock one more time here in the last 53.9 seconds in regulation.
Wow, they're down. They're really on the edge of the edge of defeat.
So
One
like I said,
timeout left. If they get a bucket, they'll call a timeout and use defense. Well, Tom Shaw down there just rooting everybody up.
everybody's getting ready.
There's not a person in this place sitting down except up in the upper deck over there, I can see.
Yep.
And us.
Even our camera guy's standing up.
So the ball inbounds to Klein. Klein, the Dealey.
They're going to let him get the bucket. And they'll draw the foul.
And Klein will commit the foul.
Parker Field will go to the line.
In other words, we got to make every dang free throw.
Yep. 35.8 seconds. Field misses. That's not what they wanted to have happen, and now the Knights can tie it up. And
They used their last
they're
timeout.
in trouble, so they burn their last timeout. They can't stop the clock after this. 27 seconds left to go.
What do you think? Working the big boy for three-pointer.
Or are they going to try to run it down before they do that? So if he hits it, there won't be enough time for the Aces to answer.
Yep. Needed those free throws badly.
Yep. Even one of them would have made it a tie if he hits the three.
Yes.
And you know that's what they're going to be planning. The primary is going to see to try to take time off the clock and shoot the three. And then they'll maybe have a contingency in case he doesn't.
Well, they'll have to go foul immediately.
Yep. So This will be a full 1 minute timeout. There goes the warning buzzer.
And Tony, pull another one out of your pocket.
Starting 5 for the Aces on the floor. The crowd rises. And it'll be Crestview ball on the baseline with Drew Klein get ready to handle the inbounds.
Stout with the ball. Pass out to Etzler.
20 seconds.
Klein with it. Klein drives the lane. Throws up a shot. The rebound comes. Got a foul.
And
on
he was fouled
Crestview.
immediately.
Number 11 is Stout.
That's his second. Greer couldn't quite get away from him fast enough.
So Turnbull's going to shoot it.
So 11.8 seconds, and if he hits them both, things got to be looking good for the Aces.
And he didn't.
And he misses the front end. 8 seconds. Shoots the three, no good.
Sheets
2, 1.
Now,
They win it on the last second shot.
and the Aces go down 43-42.
Oh my goodness.
That's a heartbreaker, I'll tell you. Big time. That is a toughie.
We're going to hang on a second here till the decibel range drops down a little bit. The Aces are absolutely devastated. You can't come any closer than that. And credit where credit is due. What a shot from Javden Etzler.
Yep.
With less than a second. So the Aces will get their runner-up trophy and their medal, and they'll have that bad taste in their mouth. Peyton Tunis unconsolable on the sideline. What a game. Neither team left anything out there on the floor. And the Aces will end their basketball season here tonight at the Elida Fieldhouse.
Their Cinderella season going out the window.
Yep, they came within 0.8 of a second of going to BGSU in the regionals. So they'll line up and shake everybody's hands. Javden Etzler is going to be the king of Crestview for a couple days, and they'll advance to regional play at Bowling Green State University. And what a bitter pill to swallow for Coach Tony Tier and the Varsity Aces squad.
Hey, what are you running?
So we'll wait. Jim is tallying things up. I know that there were at least 3 aces in double figures in the scoring tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let's give a big hand for another great District 4 final game.
So just a bitter pill to swallow is, again, the last second shot. And the Knights steal one from the Aces, 43-42.
Steal one is not the word.
Yep.
Wow. What a ball game.
Stunned silence over here on the Aces side as they'll get ready to get their runner-up medallions and trophies.
You just knew when that guy was putting that shot up, it was going.
Yep.
You could see the arc.
He is just about automatic from that range.
Yep.
And the one guy, so it just, yeah, what can you say?
Yep.
So,
okay.
Unofficial score in Jim.
We got it. Wade Sheets had 7 points. Javin Etzler, besides the three-pointer, had a total of 14. Drew Klein had 6. Derek Stout, 8. The last time we played him, he had 25.
Yep.
Kalen Etzler had 2. Derek Dealey, 4. And Trevor Gibson, 2, for their total of 43. For Hicksville, had Peyton Tunis with 12. Michael Myers, 13. Jake Greer had 5. Parker Thiel, they held him to 1. And Landon Turnbull had 11. So we had 3 in doubles. If we'd have just had a little bit more help on free throws at the end, with a different game.
Missed front ends made the difference there, unfortunately. And
that was what they were gambling on.
so that's the way it goes. Then the Crestview Knights will congratulate them on a district championship, and they'll advance to the Sweet 16 and regional play next week at Bowling Green State University. The Aces wrap up their season. Overall record 19-6.
Yep.
District runners up. And that hollow feeling in the pit of your stomach when you came that close. I mean, just a heartbreaking loss. We said, we were talking before the game, Jim, that the Aces were going to have to do 2 things. They were going to have to play an exceptional game,
Which they did.
and they were going to have to keep it within a point or 2, or take the lead or whatever. And they did that. They shut down the Crestview Knights. They had an awesome defensive effort here tonight. I don't think the game we saw, they played against Crestview at Hicksville, and a couple of times that we saw Crestview play leading up to here tonight, I don't think anybody's done a better job of defending them and getting rebounds against the Knights, that at least that we have seen.
Yeah, we did. Our kids did a heck of a job rebounding.
So
Greer and Parker Thiel might have only had 1 point, but he did a yeoman's job on the board.
those kids played a basketball game, and there's no doubt about it. And it's just a shame that it has to end so soon, but that is the way it goes. Hey, as we're getting ready to wrap things up, this will be the final broadcast again for our 2017-18 basketball season. So we want to say a big blanket thank you. First off, I want to say a big thank you to Ben Vandenboss, also to John Piasecki, Kate Murphy, Amy Murray, all the volunteers that helped out running cameras throughout the season. Big thank you to Coach Tony Tier, Coach Dave Blue, also to Misters Hott and Overmeyer, the athletic directors at Hicksville High School. And also a big thanks to everybody that helped us out when we traveled on the road, all the tournament managers and everything else. I want to thank them so very much. And again, a huge thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com, underwriting the entirety of our basketball coverage, and the Hicksville Athletic Boosters stepping up and helping us out for the tournament run. And most of all, to the Aces and their fans. It's just been another great season, a lot of fun calling a lot of games. We had a few clinkers in there, but for the most part, a pretty good season, and just a real privilege to be able to be with the Aces and bring it to you here on Hicksville Community Television. With that,
I'd like to congratulate Coach Tony Tier and Aces entire basketball team and the coaching staff. This was a heck of a season that they had, and it just ended 1 game too early.
Yep, just less than a second, and that's the way it goes. But there's some things they can't take away from them. They're co-champions of the GMC. No one can take that away. They're sectional champions, and no one can take that away either. So some big successes as the program continues to run strong. And again, we'll say goodbye and wish best of luck to the graduating seniors on this squad: Peyton Tunis, Jake Greer, Gage Yoder, Brady Hoopman. It's been fun watching them play, and we wish them continued success wherever it is they wind up next year, whether they're on a court or not. But we want to wish them the very best as well. So with that, we'll get ready to make the long drive back to Hicksville. I'll turn it over one final time to Mr. Jim Seiler.
Hey, thank you. This is really truly a shock, because they had the lead, and all they needed to do was make a couple free throws. Even the one on the front end would have been enough to made it a tie. But such is life, and that's the name of sport. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to suffer the
Agony of defeat.
agony of defeat. That's right. But again, congratulations to everybody involved with the basketball program. Our girls had a great season too. So, everybody, when it comes down to it, we're coming up short was all. So, for Bill Murphy and Ben and everybody else, I'd like to say good night and good sports.